like a storm through a garden, took the color right out of the air. Every promise felt like broken petals, and I was still reaching for you there. The house went quiet after midnight, even the walls knew you were gone. I held the pieces of forever, long after you had moved on. I loved you past the warning, past the tears I tried to hide. Now I'm learning how to breathe with your goodbye still in my life. Now I'm roses after ruin, blooming through the hurt you made, growing from the cracked remains of all the love you couldn't say. You left me low, you left me lonely, left my whole world black and blue. But there's something soft still living in the girl you put me through. I'm roses after ruin, still beautiful without you. I still wear your name in silence, like a dress I should have burned. Still catch myself beside the phone, waiting on a love that won't return. You made leaving look so gentle, like it wouldn't scar this deep. But the sweetest kinds of heartbreak are the ones that never sleep. I gave you every tender part, the ones I never showed before, and you turned all my devotion into something I still mourn. Now I'm roses after ruin, blooming through the hurt you made, growing from the cracked remains of all the love you couldn't say. You left me low, you left me lonely, left my whole world black and blue. But there's something soft still living in the girl you put me through. I'm roses after ruin, still beautiful without you. Did you think I'd stay broken forever? Did you think I'd fade with this? I was more than just your ending, more than someone you could crush. And even with your shadow on me, even with these scars and bloom, I found a little light still breathing right inside this damaged room. Now I'm roses after ruin, braver than I've ever been. Made a home from all the ashes, turned my sorrow into skin. You left me low, you left me lonely, but you didn't take my truth. There's still something wild and growing in the heart you once bruised. I'm roses after ruin, and I still survived you. So let the thorns remind me gently what I gave and what I knew. Even after all the breaking, something beautiful still grew. Lavender after leaving still lingers in the sheets. Your softness stayed behind somehow while you slipped away from me. The room still smells like almost like kisses dressed in dusk, like all the tender ways we love before you stop choosing us. I open every window, but I can't air you out of my heart. Some memories don't fade politely, they bloom inside the dark. Lavender, after leaving, it's all you left with me. A ghost inside the fabric, a scent I can't unkeep. You're gone, but every midnight still wears you like a dream. And I keep breaking gently on lavender after leaving. I folded up your t-shirt, but I held it to my chest, like maybe I could breathe you back and finally get some rest. The moonlight hits the dresser the way it did back then, and for a second I forget that I don't know you anymore again. I should've washed the silence, I should've cleared the room, but heartbreak loves a fragrance that knows exactly how to bloom. Lavender, after leaving, it's all you left with me. A ghost inside the fabric, a scent I can't keep. You're gone, but every midnight still wears you like a dream. And I keep breaking gently on lavender after leaving. Did you know your absence would still feel soft and blue? Did you know one little trace of you could tear my whole night through? I would've rather lost you loudly than in this pretty way, where everything still smells like love, but love won't stay. Lavender, after leaving, still drifts through all my days. A beautiful kind of damage that never fully fades. You're gone, but every part of me still turns when memories breathe. And I keep loving what is no longer mine in lavender after leaving. So I'll let the evening keep you, and the curtains in the breeze. But I swear the coolest part of goodbye is how soft, soft it likes to leave. You taught my smile to lie, how to shine while something dies, how to say I'm fine, so sweet. With a whole storm underneath, I wore your love like something golden. Even when it started fading thin, you kissed my forehead like forever, while slowly letting go within. I kept the hurt behind my lipstick, kept the truth out of my voice. You made heartbreak look so pretty. I almost thought it was my choice. You told my smile to lie, to hide the tears I cry at night, to make the pain look graceful, to wear the dark like candlelight. Now everybody says I'm healing, they think I'm doing fine, but all I learned from loving you was how to let my smile lie. I still walk in wearing sunlight, even when I'm full of rain. Still laugh at all the right moments while your memory pulls the chain. You left your silence in my mirror, your goodbye in every dress. Now I look beautiful in public and fall apart in private mess. I got so good at looking happy, I almost fooled myself some days. But lonely has a way of showing when the room goes dark and makeup fades. You taught my smile to lie, to hide the tears I cry at night, to make the pain look graceful, to wear the dark like candlelight. Now everybody says I'm healing, they think I'm doing fine, but all I learned from loving you was how to let my smile lie. Did you know what you were doing when you left me with your ghost? Did you know I keep pretending just to keep from hurting most? I would have rather broken loudly than become this polished state, a girl who glows for everybody while her whole heart starts to break. You taught my smile to lie, but my eyes still tell on me sometimes. They still look for you in crowds, still blur when your name crosses my mind. Now everybody says I'm stronger, maybe that part's true in time, but all I know is loving you taught my smile to lie. Yeah, loving you taught my smile to lie. So if you see me looking beautiful, don't mistake that for alright. Some girls learn to wear their heartbreak like a perfect little light. You held me like something fragile, like you knew exactly where I'd break. Spoken whispers, soft and tender, while love was slipping through your veins. I gave you every quiet part of me, the ones I never used to show. You kissed my tears like they were precious, then taught my heart how to let go. You never had to raise your voice to leave a wound this deep. Some goodbyes don't come like thunder, they barely make a sound when they cut clean. This is soft damage, the kind that doesn't bleed outside, the kind that smiles in public then falls apart at night. You left your hands upon my sadness, your shadow in my face. like you love me just enough to ruin my life. I still wear your name in silence, like perfume fading from my skin. I still hear your almost forever in every room you should have been. You made leaving look so gentle, like it wouldn't hurt this way. But the sweetest touch can turn so cruel when it slowly walks away. I keep replaying little moments, trying to find where we went wrong. But heartbreak doesn't need a reason when the one you trusted is already gone. This is soft damage. It kinda doesn't bleed outside, the kind that smiles in public, then falls apart at night. You left your hands upon my sadness, your shadow in my favorite light. Now I carry all this soft damage, like you love me just enough to ruin my life. This beautiful disguise, 'cause quiet endings hurt the deepest when they still look kind in your eyes. This is soft damage, the kind that lingers in my chest, the kind that takes a simple memory and turns it into wreckage. You left your ache inside my softness, your goodbye again. So if you ever think of calling, don't touch the healing, you'll never know. I'm still trying to survive the soft damage of loving you. I slept on our last fight with mascara on and tears gone dry. You were facing the edge of leaving, I was holding on too tight. The room was full of unsaid words, heavy as the midnight air. I thought morning might be kinder, but your goodbye was waiting there. I should have reached across the silence, I should have pulled you back to me. But I let the dark grow taller and swallow what we used to be. I slept on our last fight, dreamed you'd still be mine by daylight. Thought the dawn would calm the damage, thought your arms would still feel like home. But I woke up to the cold side and a love already gone. Now I live with one night's silence and the truth I slept too long. coffee cup was in the kitchen. Your jacket still hung by the door. Everything looked almost normal. That hurt me even more. I replay the way you looked at me, like you were tired down to your soul. And I hate that I chose pride that night, when I should've chose your heart to hold. I keep talking to that version of the girl I was before sunrise, telling her don't close your eyes tonight. Love is leaving in disguise. I slept on our last fight, dreamed you'd still be mine by daylight. Thought the dawn would calm the damage, thought your arms would still feel like home. But I woke up to the cold side and a love already gone. Now I live with one night's silence and the truth I slept too long. If I knew that was the ending, I would've kissed away the blame. I would've let my anger break first, before it took your name. Now every night feels like a warning, every bed feels like regret, and I'm still lying next to memories I don't know how to forget. I slept on our last fight and lost forever overnight. Thought we were just bruised, not broken. Thought love would wait one more sunrise. But I woke up to forever packed up in your quiet gone. Now I live with one night's silence and the truth I slept too long. Yeah, I live with one night's silence and the truth I slept too long. So if love ever starts fading, I'll never leave it in the dark, 'cause I know how one last silence can break a girl's heart. You said my name like it was sacred, soft on your lips, warm in the dark. Now I just hear it in the distance, like something burning after sparks. You used to hold me like a secret, like I was yours and you were mine. Now all that's left is midnight air and all the ways you drew the line. You disappeared in slow motion, didn't even watch me break. Left me standing in the quiet with a heart you didn't take. Now it's my name in your smoke, fading where your shadow goes. I was the fire, you were the leaving. I was the one who loved the most. You let me rise and let me disappear, like I was only meant to blur. Now all I am is a memory. You breathe out when it hurts. I still taste your almost promises, still wear the nights you gave to me. You made forever sound so easy, then turned around so easily. I put my soul inside your hands, you held it like it meant something. But love should never feel this lonely, even when it's ending. I keep replaying little moments, breathe out when it hurts. Was I just a passing comfort? Something pretty in your pain? Did you hold me just to heal you, then walk away and leave the stain? I would've stayed through every darkness. I would've bled to keep you warm, but you chose the kind of goodbye that leaves no shade, just harm. Now it's my name in your smoke, drifting where I can't follow. I gave you all my light and softness. You gave me nights I still can't swallow. You let me love you like forever, while you were halfway out the door. Now all I am is what you lose when you don't know what love is for. So say my name into the silence, let it haunt the air you chose. I was real and I was yours once. Now I'm just my name in your smoke. I saw us in a fading mirror, two soft hearts trying not to break. Your hands were warm against my shoulders, but your eyes were already far away. I kept fixing on my makeup, like love could still make me look new. But no light knows how to flatter a girl still losing you. Every little crack was honest, even when I lied and smiled. I kept calling us forever, while forever slipped out of style. Now it's love in a fading mirror, blurred by tears and broken glitter. I still see your ghost beside me, but the picture won't stay clear. We were beautiful from a distance, close enough to disappear. Now all I have is love in a fading mirror. Your cologne still lives in my sweater, your silence still lives in this room. I trace the shape we used to make in the empty glass and pale moon. I memorize your softest promises, like they were written in my skin. But some words only shine for a moment, they never look the same again. I was holding on to reflections, you were halfway out the door. I kept loving what we had been, while you stopped seeing us at all. Picture won't stay clear. We were beautiful from a distance, close enough to disappear. Now all I have is love in a fading mirror. Did you know I watched us vanish in the quiet of your eyes? Did you know I stayed there smiling while my whole heart cracked inside? I would have taken one sharp ending over this slow silver pain, watching something once so loved for a moment, but not enough to stay real. Now all I hold is what's still shining through the wreckage and the fear. A little lake, a little memory, love in a fading mirror. So I'll leave the glass unbroken, let it keep what disappeared. Some hearts don't stop loving, they just learn to blur. You left so gently, I almost missed it. No slammed door, no angry goodbye, just your hands turning less familiar, and the stranger growing in your eyes. You still kiss my cheek in the morning, still said my name so soft, so warm. But love was already packing boxes in the quiet of your arms. I kept calling it a rough night, kept praying it was just a phase, but some endings wear a tender face while they slowly slip away. You were the sweetest kind of gone, the kind that doesn't look like leaving, the kind that holds me through the darkness while already not believing. You broke my heart in velvet silence, made goodbye feel soft and wrong. Now I'm haunted by the gentle way you became, the sweetest kind of gone. I still find you in the little things, in half-read books and wrinkled sheets, in the perfume on my sweater, in the space beside me when I sleep. You didn't burn the world behind you, you let it fade in shades of blue, and somehow that hurt even deeper than if you'd left me with the truth. I would've survived a sharp pain, a hard truth I could hold on to, but you left me with a quiet ache and no clear wound to go to. You were the sweetest kind of gone, the kind that doesn't look like leaving, the kind that holds me through the darkness while already not believing. You broke my heart in velvet silence, made goodbye feel soft and wrong. Now I'm haunted by the gentle way you became, the sweetest kind of gone. Did you know I keep replaying every almost every side? Did you know I blame my own heart for not seeing your goodbye? I would've begged for something honest, something ugly, something real. Instead you gave me fading love that I still can't help but feel. You were the sweetest kind of gone, the kind that lingers after midnight, the kind that leaves your shadow dancing in the corner of the lamplight. You broke my heart in velvet silence, left me singing to what's gone. Now every soft thing hurts a little since you became the sweetest kind of gone. So if you ever think of coming back, don't Don't touch the healing you moved on from. I'm still learning how to live without the sweetest kind of gone. The night came down so soft and slow, but somehow still let you go. It kept your shadow, kept your trace, and left the silence in your place. I watched the ceiling like a stranger, counted cracks instead of sheep. You used to be my safest harbor, now I drown where I should sleep. I thought the dark would hold me gently, like your arms once used to do. But even moonlight turned its back, the night kept choosing you. The night didn't choose me, it wrapped its quiet around your leaving. Left me alone with half a heartbeat, still trying to find the reason. You were the dream I couldn't wake from, the wound I never saw coming through. Now every star looks down and tells me the night didn't choose me, it chose you. Your side of the bed is cold religion, a place I still return to pray. For one more touch, one small forgiveness, one lie that makes you wanna stay. How will my smile like borrowed makeup, pretty cracks no one can see. But every time the sun stops shining, the truth comes back and ruins me. I still speak your name in whispers, like heaven might undo. But every echo dies the same, the night keeps choosing you. The night didn't choose me, it wrapped its quiet around your leaving. Left me alone with half a heartbeat, still trying to find the reason. You were the dream I couldn't wake from, the wound I never saw coming through. Now every star looks down and tells me the night didn't choose me, it chose you. Was I just a place to rest before you ran back to the blue? Did you ever really love me, or just love how I loved you? I would've stayed through every silence, held your storms until they passed. But you gave forever to the moment and left me with the aftermath. The night didn't choose me, it held your ghost but never healed me. Left your perfume in the curtains, and all your maybes still beneath me. You were the prayer I kept on praying, long after faith had fallen through. Now even my tears know where to land. The night didn't choose me, it chose you. So I let the dark have what it wanted, all the pieces I drifted through my room like you were still alive in mine. A little smoke, a little rain, a little heartbreak in the dark I couldn't wash away. I froze the moment that I felt it. The memory had learned to breathe, and every part of me went back to the girl you made of me. You're gone, but some things still know how to find me. A scent, a silence, a shadow where you used to be. Your echo or Cologne tonight, and turned my healing into midnight. I slipped into the air so softly, like your goodbye still wanted me. Now every breath feels like a doorway back to the ache I cannot run. I hate how something so invisible can hurt me like you've just undone. Your echo walked alone tonight and left me lonely all over again. I changed the sheets, I moved the flowers, opened every window wide, but missing you is not a candle. It doesn't die because I tried. You still live in little details, in hallway light, in songs in blue, in all the ways a heart remembers what the mind begs it not to do. I should be stronger than a trace you left behind here, but love has strange ways of returning when the room gets quiet. Your echo walk alone tonight and turn my healing into midnight. I slipped into the air so softly, like your goodbye still wanted me. Now every breath feels like a doorway back to the ache I cannot run. I hate how something so invisible can hurt me like you've just undone. Your echo walk alone tonight and left me lonely all over again. Did you know your ghost would linger in the fabric of my skin? Did you know one small reminder could pull me under this again? I would have rather lost you loudly than this slow haunting after love, when nothing touches me, but somehow everything still does. Your echo walk alone tonight and broke me gently by lamplight. It wrapped around my chest like sorrow and made the past feel close enough to touch. Now every breath is full of maybe, every tear tastes like your name. I hate how something I can't hold now still knows exactly where I break. Your echo walk alone tonight and left me lonely all over again. So I'll sleep beside the silence and let the memory come and go. But some nights love comes back in pieces, and tonight your echo wore Cologne. Tonight your echo wore Cologne. The flowers stay longer than you did, still breathing color by the window light. while your goodbye slipped through this house and turned my mornings into night. I kept the vase like it was holy, like maybe love was still alive. But petals can't hold someone's promise, and pretty things don't make it right. You left so softly, I kept doubting if it was really over then. But even roses know the difference between a memory and a man. The flowers stay longer than your hands, than your kiss, than your wanting. They watch me fall apart in silence, while your shadow kept on haunting. You said forever with a straight face, then left me holding what you meant. Now all that's left in this room between us are dying blooms and innocence. I changed the water, trimmed the stems down, like I could say we still looked fine. The same way I kept fixing us when you were already saying goodbye. The fragrance filled the empty spaces where your cologne used to remain, and every blossom felt like proof that beauty doesn't cancel pain. I should have thrown them out with every little lie I let you keep, but I was busy loving someone who had already left in deep. The flowers stay longer than your hands, than your kiss, than your wanting. They watch me fall apart in silence, while your shadow kept on haunting. You said forever with a straight face, then left me holding what you meant. Now all that's left in this room between us are dying blooms and innocence. Dying blooms and innocence. Did you know they keep on opening after you close the door on me? Did you know I read your absence in every petal falling free? I would have rather had no flowers than something lovely laced with loss, because now every soft thing that survives just shows me what it cost. The flowers stay longer than the warmth you left upon my skin. They kept the color while I faded, trying not to break again. You said forever like a blessing, then left before the goodbye ended. Now all that's left in this room between us are wilted dreams and what I defended. The flowers stay longer, but even they could not stay forever. So I'll let the last petal fall without you, let the silence take the scent you gave. You were gone before the roses knew, and I stayed longer than I should have, should have. You touched my face like you were staying, spoke so soft I let my guard come down. You were forever like standing with your silence now. I still find your shadow in my bedroom, still hear your voice inside the dark. You took the warmest parts of my heart and left the ache behind like art. I was your safe place for a moment. You were my whole sky all along. Now I'm learning how forever can disappear without a sound. This was a velvet goodbye, soft as a kiss, cruel as the night. You let me fall without a warning, wrapped in your arms, then out of sight. You broke me gently, sweet and slow, like love was something you could fold. Now all I hold is the echo of you and this velvet goodbye. Still wear the hurt beneath my makeup, smile like I'm healing when I'm not. Your memory lingers on my skin like a fading perfume I can't wash off. I replay every little detail, the way you looked at me that day, like you already knew you'd leave me, but didn't have the heart to say. I gave you every hidden piece, the ones I never showed before, and you turned all my sacred feelings into something I still mourn. This was a velvet goodbye, soft as a kiss, cruel as the night. You let me fall without a warning, wrapped in your arms, then out of sight. You broke me gently, sweet and slow, like love was something you could fold. Now all I hold is the echo of you and this velvet goodbye. Was I just beautiful for the moment, just someone warm to hold? Why did your hands feel like home if you were only passing through my soul? I would have rather heard the truth than loved a lie that felt this real. Now I'm dancing with a ghost, I still can't help but feel this was a velvet goodbye, soft as a kiss, cruel as the night. You left a wound that still looks lovely, but underneath I'm barely alive. You broke me gently, sweet and slow, like I was someone you once chose. Now all I hold is the echo of you and this velvet goodbye. Yes, all I hold is the echo of you and this velvet goodbye. So if you ever miss me, don't say it, don't come back and blur the line. You already took the softest part of me the night you said goodbye without goodbye. I carried us in secret, like a prayer beneath my skin. Loved you in the quiet places no one else had ever been. I kept your name behind my smile, your touch touch inside my chest built a hole forever softly, where the world saw nothing yet. I made a home of hidden feelings, lit candles no one knew. You were the only truth I kept, and I gave that truth to you. I carried us in secret while you held me out of sight. Loved you in the dark so deeply, I forgot to ask for light. Now I'm left with all this silence and a heart I can't undo. I was brave enough to love you. Why weren't you brave enough to love me too? I folded all my dreams around you like letters I would never send. Turned your almost into meaning, turned your maybe into when I waited in the in-between, where hope and heartbreak blur, and every little stolen moment only made me more yours. I wore devotion like a shadow, you wore distance like a coat. I kept drowning in what we were, while you barely stayed afloat. I carried us in secret while you held me out of sight. Loved you in the dark so deeply, I forgot to ask for light. Now I'm left with all this silence and a heart I can't undo. I was brave enough to love you. Why weren't you brave enough to love me too? Did you ever feel the weight of me, the way I bent to make us live? Did you know how much of my soul was hiding in the love I gave? I would have stood beside the truth, even if it shook the room. But you let me carry all of us until it broke me into blue. I carried us in secret till the secret carried pain, till my love became a hiding place and my tears fell like rain. Now I'm done protecting something that only asked me to be small. I was brave enough to love you, but you were never brave at all. Yeah, I carried us in secret. Now I carry none of it at all. So let the silence keep your memory, let the night keep what we knew. I gave my hidden heart to heaven, and it still came back to you. You left the music on when you walked away, like love was still alive in this room you gave away. Your coffee cup, your jacket, the perfume in the air, everything still looks like you, but you're no longer here. That old song filled the silence, like it didn't know the truth, like it didn't see me breaking in the places touched by you. Now every note is heavy, every line cuts through, and I keep hearing us in everything you do. I should turn it off, I should let it end, but some part of me still reaches for the way we used to bend. You left the music on, now I can't breathe through this song. Every word sounds like a memory, every melody feels wrong. You left the lights low and my heart wide open too long. Now I'm dancing with your ghost, because you left the music on. I still know the way your fingers tapped against your knee, how you smiled at all the lyrics like they were written for me. I used to lean into your shoulder when the slow part came around. Now I hold myself together while your echo fills the house. I try to drown the feeling, try to bury what we were, but heartbreak has a rhythm, and tonight I feel each word. Even the sweetest chorus turns cruel when love is gone, and every tear keeps falling to the song you left on. I should close the door, I should clear the room, but I still sit here like maybe you'll come back before the moon. You left the music on, now I can't breathe through this song. Every word sounds like a memory, every melody feels wrong. You left the lights low and my heart wide open too long. Now I'm dancing with your ghost, because you left the music on. Was it mercy or a habit? Did you mean to leave that trace? Did you know I'd hear our ending in the silence of this place? I would have rather heard you tell me you were already gone than let me find out crying to our favorite song. You left the music on, and I'm still here holding on to a love that turned to silence, to a night that lasted too long. You left a shadow in every little thing I want. Now I break in perfect rhythm, because you left the music on. Yeah, I break in perfect rhythm, 'cause you left the music on. So let the last note fade without you, let it take what still feels wrong. I gave you all my heart in harmony, and you left the music on. Moonlight on an empty bed, moonlight on an empty bed. Cold white silver where you used to rest. Your side still holds the shape of us, but your warmth is gone, and so is trust. I leave the window open wide, like maybe you will change your mind, but only midnight answers me with quiet hands and memories. I still talk to the dark sometimes, like it knows where you are, like it might carry back my voice to wherever broke my heart. Now it's moonlight on an empty bed, your name ugly face in the daytime, paint my lips and call it healing. But every night the truth comes closer and undoes all the ways I'm dealing. Your ghost still lingers in my room, in every corner, every blue. And even when I shut my eyes, the loneliest thing I see is you. I thought love would stay like a promise, not fade without a sound. Now every star above this house just watches me break down. Now it's moonlight on an empty bed, your name in silence in my head. A love so close, a love so deep. You left, but never left me. I reach for you and half asleep and wake up where you'll never be. All that's left of what we had is moonlight on an empty bed. Did you know the night would keep you like perfume on my skin? Did you know I'd still be losing every fight to just forget? I would've held your honest standing if you gave it to me straight. But you left me with the softest kind of hurt, the kind that never goes away. Now it's moonlight on an empty bed and broken prayers above my head. A love so close, a loss so deep. You left, but still you live in me. I reach for you and half asleep and break again by morning light. All that's left of us instead is moonlight on an empty bed. So I let the night fall where you left it, and let the shadows say the rest. I'm still lying next to missing you with moonlight on an empty bed. Your absence sleeps beside me like it paid the rent to stay. It follows me through quiet rooms and colors, everything great. Your mug is still there in the kitchen, your shadow in the hallway light. And every little thing you touched turns into ache at night. I thought missing you would weaken, little by little, day by day. But your absence has a heartbeat, and it never goes away. Your absence is the loudest thing in every silence and everything. It fills the bed, it fills my chest. It stays where you no longer rest. I lost your love, but not the feeling. The kind of hurt just keeps repeating. Now all I hope when midnight passes is your absence. I wear my smile out in public like nobody could ever tell. But there's a crack behind the glitter and a private kind of hell. I still reach for you, half sleeping, still turn to say your name, then wake up to this empty and the truth that nothing changed. I keep waiting for the healing. people promise always comes, but some goodbyes don't leave a wound, they leave a world undone. Your absence is the loudest thing in every silence and everything. It fills the bed, it fills my chest, it stays where you no longer rest. I lost your love, but not the feeling. The kind of hurt just keeps repeating. Now all I hope when midnight passes is your absence. Did you know how much of me would go missing when you did? Did you know I'd keep on loving what you no longer wanted to give? I would have taken one sharp ending over this slow unraveling, but you left me with the ghost of us and no way back to breathing. Your absence is the loudest thing, a broken prayer, a fading ring. It lives in songs, it lives in sheets. It walks beside me in my sleep. I lost your love, but not your echo, not the places I still let go. Now all I am when morning crashes is a girl learning how to live with your absence. So if the night asks what still hurts me, I won't even need a word. Some losses never speak again, they just stay and are heard.